And this is a journey that started when Reid Duke was 5 years old, and it is going to culminate in a Pro Tour victory off of this combo deck as he attacks for the full amount. A block from Benton, and Reid Duke is your Pro Tour Phyrexia champion.
Reid Duke, baby. Magic's ultimate nice guy, aiming only to improve and prevail in the game he loves. When you offer a gentleman's mulligan, he's the guy that it's based off of. That's him. He's the gentleman. That's why my playgroup offers a Reid Duke whenever someone wants to draw 7 again. It felt a little bit more true to its origins. This guy can play Magic, and after this Pro Tour Phyrexia performance and looking into him a little bit more, he has quickly became one of my top 3 favorite players of all time alongside Brad Nelson and Gabriel Nassif. I know, kind of a weird list. If I could go back and listen to set reviews with Brad Nelson on the Magic Show and watch early 2000s Pro Tour coverage while listening to The Gathering, that'd be heaven. I might be getting old. Is this what it feels like, guys? Is this what it fucking feels like? All right, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. Reid Duke himself. Reid Duke was born in Sugarloaf, New York, which ironically is another great descriptor for this guy. Gentleman, nice guy, Sugarloaf. Reid began playing Magic at 5 years old with his brother Ian Duke and quickly became infatuated with it, playing more and more games with him and getting better and better at this game. When he began playing competitive, he was mainly an online Magic player, driving out to PTQs in real life when he could. But as he brings up in this interview about PTQs starting on Magic Online,
when they came out with Magic Online PTQs, that went from, okay, a couple times per season, I can get in the car and drive 3 hours and play a PTQ, to now I can sit at home and play 16 online PTQs per season. And that's actually quite a lot of opportunities where if you're working hard and putting your best foot forward every time, you actually have a much more reasonable chance.
So his tournament output and potential for being seen in the public eye shot up. And see him we did. Reid's first Pro Tour appearance was in Pro Tour Amsterdam 2010, which he qualified for from his player rating. That same year he qualified for Magic Worlds and finished 5th place, quickly becoming a name in the public eye for Magic players. He has attended every single Pro Tour since his 2010 Amsterdam appearance. Every one of them. Let's talk about 2011. Grand Prix Montreal, Duke finishes 5th. Grand Prix Providence, Duke finishes 4th. Jump starting a steady stream of top 5s and high-level play from Duke. He also went this same year to a Magic Online Championship he had qualified for that he proceeded to win, and this qualified him for tournaments. A huge turning point for Reid is in the 2012 Magic Players Championship, where he finished with a 2-10 record, taking last place. Duke's 2013-2014 performance was great, winning his 2nd Grand Prix in Miami. Duke held a first place position for most of the 2013 World Championship until his final match versus Shehar Shenhar. Duke pulled ahead in the first 2 matches with a 2-0 lead that Shehar quickly flipped into a 3-2 win in his favor, causing Duke to hold a 2nd place result at Worlds. This moment is where you'll hear a lot of stories about Duke, and one story in particular that really shows what kind of player he is.
A lot of reason to skulk around or to maybe complain about your luck. And what did he do? He took out a notepad and wrote down all the things that he was going to work on. That was in 2011. That was a long time ago, you know, and he was a workhorse then, and he's never stopped working for this goal.
He doesn't get upset. He doesn't shut down. He immediately writes down what he wants to improve and how he plans on winning next time. Duke continued his raid on the game by putting up 3 more top 8 finishes in Detroit, Barcelona, and Philadelphia, ending this all with a spicy top 8 finish in Pro Tour Journey into Knicks at 5th place. Duke was the clear choice for the Player of the Year alongside Jeremy Desani, but Desani ultimately took the title later that year. Saw the formation of the Peach Garden Oath, made up of Reid Duke, Owen Turtenwald, and William Jensen, 3 of the game's best players at the time. Duke and the Peach Garden Oath went to win the very first Grand Prix of the season in Portland. Duke put up an average 14th place finish and maintained a mediocre record on his Pro Tour results throughout the season. He did, however, manage to reach 2 top 8s in Grand Prix Singapore and Grand Prix Montreal towards the end of his mediocre season, maintaining a platinum player status, but not enough to qualify him for the 2015 World Championship, unfortunately. In early 2015, Duke, for the 3rd time, almost went home with the Magic Online Championship trophy, but came up short. Duke's 2015-2016 season was off to a much better start, though, including top 8s in Grand Prix Detroit, Quebec City, DC, and Barcelona, and a win in Oakland. Duke also qualified for the World Championship 2016, as well as placing 19th in Pro Tour Battle for Zendikar and 7th in Pro Tour Eldritch Moon. Late 2016 into 2017 started with with Duke winning his 5th and 6th Grand Prix at Louisville and Cleveland respectively. As a member of the formerly mentioned Peach Garden Oath, Duke qualified for the 2017 Magic World Cup shortly after for being a part of the highest ranked American team. Nearing the end of the season, Reid was versed Seth Manfield and Luis Salvato for Player of the Year, inevitably losing to Salvato. In December of 2018, Reid was announced as one of the 32 players joining the 2019 MTG Pro League, as well as being voted into the Hall of Fame. Duke finished top 20 in the Magic Pro League 2019 as well, allowing him to continue his season, but we all know people weren't exactly getting out of their house around 2019-2020. So... But then this year comes around, this magic year of 2023, our sweet baby Pro Tour is back with Phyrexia All Will Be One. Yes. I need to make a shirt that says All Will Be One, WON, and send it to Reid, don't I? Is that too much? If you haven't watched the 2023 Phyrexia Pro Tour and have been wanting to watch competitive Magic, watch it. This is some of the top tier gameplay I've ever seen with some of the best faces in the game making an appearance. I can't tell you how excited I was to kind of be out of the competitive scene for a while and then be sat in front of my computer watching LSV, Gabriel Nassif, and Reid Duke play some paper Magic. It was so cool to see again. Duke tore through his competitors this Pro Tour. He literally didn't have a single game that was much of a snag, except for his game versus Nathan Stewart, which weirdly enough felt like an exact repeat of the Shehar Shenhar game back from 2013, but flipped. Seriously, one of the best sideboard plays I've ever seen. Finally ending on Benton Madsen versus our little pony boy, Reid Duke. Reid defeating him 3-0 for the title of Pro Tour champion. If you've been following Duke or know him, you know he deserves this win more than pretty much anyone you could name. I'm so happy for him. Seriously, I'm not a sports guy. I really don't get that like up over stuff like that. But I was floored when he won that last game. I was pumping my fist in my room. Go Duke, go Duke. I was getting it. I was happy for the guy. So he really does deserve it. And I, for one, can't wait for him to win next Pro Tour along with that Player of the Year title because he really deserves it. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Go play some Magic.